Babaji.
Beta, all these people, I don't think so. Spirituality is restricted to one country. So every country has their own religious tradition. Probably before the onset of television and all these YouTube and these plays, we were not aware of that. But in the Sufi tradition, so there is so much value in all this, which is now coming in the form of these plays or these movies. And in Turkey, especially, they had this tradition. Good old days, it was not the ruler who looked after the administration. It was the local sheikh, so who kept a balance between the spiritual aspect, right and wrong, and the materialistic was left to the others. So the courts were held by the sheikhs. You never had any judicial system as such. The sheikhs decided, so that they kept the spiritual traditions in mind and what is right and wrong before passing judgment. But I think if you've seen this play with attention, one of the things that comes out, okay, there's nothing right and there's nothing wrong. Again, it's a perspective. One man's food can be another man's poison. So looking at it from one point of view, it seems wrong. Looking at it from the other point of view, it seems right. The moment you said, I want to merge with God, finished. Because there is no difference. It's not that God is separate and you are separate and the two have to come together. You see, the moment you think of it like that, end of subject. No possibility. Say, I have to realize. In Bani we read, Atam mein Ram, Ram mein Atam, Chinas Gur Vichara. Yani ki in the soul is the Lord, and the Lord is in the soul, but few have been able to realize it. So what we are seeking is a realization. Not that they are distinct. This word Paramatma, Param Atma, the first soul. So it's like the ray of light. You think the ray of light has any identity separate from the sun?
No.
Can it exist without the sun?
No.
It's just a projection of the sun. Sun can exist without the ray of light. The ray of light can't exist without the sun. So all that we are seeking is a realization that there is no distinction, there is no difference. But the moment I say, I have to do this, I have to reach this, all our life we've made goals and we are trying to achieve those goals. I don't have to go anywhere. I just have to feel the present. I have to feel His presence within me. He's there. But dissolving again means two distinct things.
Two.
Maharaji always in Satsang gave the example of the drop of water and the ocean. So, the drop of water is part of the ocean.
Yeah.
It's only like, it's like, Jiu jal tarang uthe pahupati phir salale sang samayenda. With the wind, the wave comes out of the ocean. And for some time we think of it as a wave and the ocean as separated. But can the wave exist without the ocean?
No.
It's part and parcel of the ocean, na?
Yeah.
That's how you have to think of it. If you think of separation, if you think of, a goal, He's there, I am here, then you are making the journey difficult. But if I think I am there, I just need to be aware of it.
That's what I'm trying to do, Babaji, right?
That's what our meditative process is. That's why we call meditation taking your attention through the eye of the needle. Just what we need is that in Bible, Christ says, be still and know that I am God. So it's awareness. That stillness will take you through the eye of the needle. So they will not tell a lie, but whatever they present will be presented in a manner that is acceptable to us. For example, you are in this room. If I ask you what is the source of light, you will point to this tube light. Now, it's not a lie, but it's neither the full truth. If you step out of the room, you can see the sun, the moon, then you realize there are other sources of light. So whilst you were not wrong, but that was only part of the truth. So we have to have the capacity to be able to realize the full truth before he puts it in front of us. Today we don't have that capacity. If I told you the truth about everything, you would probably be in shivers just now. जी बेटा मन बड़ी छेती प्रभावित हुंदा है हर वक्त भावें ये जन्म है भावें पुराने जन्म है इन्हें अलग अलग प्रभाव लिते हुए हैं चंगे माड़े वो सारे इकट्ठे होके थोड़ी सोच नूं पैदा करते हैं और जिहो जी सोच है कई बारी चंगी होगी कई बारी मंदी होगी उस हिसाब दे नाल आपां नतीजे ते पहुंचते हैं और ਉਹੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਰਮ ਹਨ ਉਹ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਿਸਮਤ ਬਣਦੀ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਕਦਮ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਾਫ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਬੇਟਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਗਲਾਸ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਾਲ ਸਿਆਹੀ ਪਾ ਲਓ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਇੰਟੈਗਰਲ ਪਾਰਟ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਉਹ ਲਾਲ ਰੰਗ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੋਚੀਏ ਕਿ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਗਲਤੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਪਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਲੱਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਮਗਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੇ ਹੋਰ ਪਾਣੀ ਪਾਈ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਸ ਲਾਲ ਰੰਗ ਨੂੰ ਡਾਇਲਿਊਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਔਰ ਆਹਿਸਤਾ ਆਹਿਸਤਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਡਾਇਲਿਊਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਹਦੀ ਲਾਲੀ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੁਣ ਜੋ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਕਰਮ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਾ ਮਗਰ ਜੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੋਂ ਚੰਗਾ ਸੋਚਾਂਗੇ ਚੰਗਾ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਚੰਗੇ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵ ਪੈਣਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪੁਰਾਣੀ ਸੋਚ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਡਾਇਲਿਊਟ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਜਾਊਗੀ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਨਤੀਜਾ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਮਿਲੂਗਾ ਮਕਸਦ ਬੇਟਾ ਮਕਸਦ ਨੂੰ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖੋ ਮਕਸਦ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਖੋਲ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਕਦਮ ਰੱਖੀਏ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵ ਦੇ ਨੀਚੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੀ ਕੋਈ ਆਇਆ ਕਿ ਜੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਾਮਦਾਨ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਾਂ-ਪਿਓ ਸਤਸੰਗੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲੈਣਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿ ਮਾਂ-ਬਾਪ ਕੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬੇਟਾ ਇਹ ਕਰਨੀ ਦਾ ਰਸਤਾ ਹੈ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਚਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੋਚ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ ਕਦਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂਗੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਉਸ ਕਦਮ ਨੂੰ ਅਪਣਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਿਭਾਇਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮਕਸਦ ਇਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੋਚ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ ਜਾਣ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਦਮ ਚੁੱਕੀਏ ਨਾ that was not the idea actually Japji Sahib is the you can see the entire Granth Sahib is an explanation of the Japji Sahib so Japji Sahib is the core and it is elaborated in the rest of the Bani but it is not just the reading it is understanding now if I take a cookbook and I start reading it will I be able to satisfy my hunger I must practice what I am reading, na?
Yes.
So you can read it at any time. The morning time was explained to us more because the mind is fresh. There are less distractions. There's a better focus. At any other time of the day, there are so many things which are going on in our mind. So that is the only reason. But to say that somebody you love, there's a set time or a set place that you have to remember them. You remember them all the time. But I don't think so that anybody consciously would want to hurt the others all the time. Circumstances are such. Sometimes there's frustration in what you want to do, what you can achieve, what is not happening. And all these things